Welcome back everyone to my low-level playthrough of Chrono Trigger on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode we defeated Slash the Swordsman, and now that means that only Ozzie, Magus' top general, remains out of the three main henchmen. We've already defeated, like I said, Slash the Swordsman and Flea the Magician. So Ozzie is Magus' top general. We met him at Xenon Bridge several episodes ago, but even though he's the top general, he's basically a pushover. He's a coward. He's going to be running away from us a lot. He's just basically a little puzzle boss. So no preparation really needed for him. The only preparation I did was I went back between episodes here and maxed out my mid tonics. Got a few mid ethers, a few revives, a few heals. Basically just a bunch of items. Sold a few things. Including Chrono's red katana, because I'm using the slasher from now on. That +2 speed is really good. It's going to be important in the Magus fight. Speaking of in Magus' fight, all that preparation was basically done for Magus, and Magus' fight is going to be made possible by finding two items in this episode. This Dark Mail, which increases Frog's magic defense, and then a second barrier, which will cut magic damage down by 1/3. And those two barriers are going to be the key to allowing Frog to survive the second phase of Magus. So Magus is pretty tough, but he's doable obviously. It will require a little bit of luck, especially in his first phase. Here is Ozzie. As you can see, he basically just forces us to navigate a whole bunch of these traps, which are pretty easy to avoid. And then he'll just run away. We get to see the first of these outdoor areas, which are really annoying, because if you hit one of these green roly-poly enemies, it'll cause an inescapable encounter. So just hang on the ladder here. Yeah, you run into one of them, you'll have to fight like the bats, the juggler enemies. This one isn't too bad, but the next outside area is really annoying because there's these outlaw birds that move towards you, and dodging them is very difficult. It'll take several tries for me to actually do it. It took about a dozen tries, I'd say. And that's one of the reasons why we want to fall down this hole here. You can avoid all these holes. They appear at certain places when you step on them in the room above. But we actually want to fall down these holes because, one, there's a save point down here that'll make life easier. Less stuff to have to redo when we, before we go into that outside area where those inescapable fights are. And then, secondly, there's a second barrier down here which will be needed to defeat Magus. Fortunately, this means that we have this inescapable encounter here, but Frog can safely absorb the experience from it. And of course, I'm going to show off my terrible luck here. There are 4 save points here, or what look like save points. One of them takes you back to the previous room. 2 are fake save points, where if you touch them you get into a battle, but you can run from the battle. And then the last one is an actual save point. So as you can see, I picked the right one, which I did not want to pick. Like I said, I want to pick the wrong one, or the actual save point, so that I can save my game before I head to that next outside area. Like I said, it took me about a dozen tries to do it, so yeah, it was very frustrating having to just redo this section over and over again. It's going to require a lot of specific movement to avoid the inescapable encounters on the next area. And there I am picking out terrible ones, because I'm not getting the one that I want. Okay, so this ain't bad. Like I said, if I get the one that I have to run from, that's okay. I just don't want to keep choosing the right one that takes me back to that room, because there's a finite number of holes. And I was like, oh man, don't make me mess up. But finally, I got the right save point here. And so it takes me, like I said, multiple tries to finally complete the next section. But I get it done. So basically, you're going to be doing a lot of like threading the needle. You have to do specific movements to get through this next section. Just head up straight to Ozzie, but before you reach Ozzie, just take a right there. There's another hole there right in front of Ozzie. So Ozzie flees, and we get into the headache room. Alright, so this guy, you apparently can thread through him if you run fast enough. I never had really luck with it, so I basically had him, he kind of hangs out around Marley there, and then he goes down below the ledge, and we can sneak right past him. Now, these gray roly-polies you can avoid by going to the far corners here. This guy, we have to kind of run close to him, and then when we get near, we just start walking and pressing up, and you can slightly slide right by him if you're walking. You can hang on the... I said the only thing that will trigger the encounters are the roly-polies and the freelancers. Touching those jugglers won't do anything. So this guy, they're actually programmed to follow your third character. So that's why he's kind of moving around Marley there. So we want to get him to follow us. Go down to see Marley there. Hang out with her on the ledge. And as long as he's a little bit below the ledge there, let the second roly-poly come by. We'll be able to hug the upper wall and sneak past him. Shrink! And then this last one, you can just walk right by him. Just make sure there's no more roly-polies. This one, as long as you're walking, you can sneak right by him. There we go. And whew. Unfortunately, in this room here, we're going to have 2 more encounters we can't run from, which is weird. You can't run from this encounter, and you can't run from the third encounter. But you can run from the second encounter. So just have... take out these guys. Freelancers have a little less hit points. They're a little easier to take care of. Maybe we'll use our frog slope cut then. Chrono alive as long as possible to deal some extra damage. Frog getting nice critical hits there. And now we just wait. I don't want to risk getting a critical hit from Chrono or Frog to finish off that freelancer. So just wait until he finishes off Chrono. Keep Frog healed up from tonics. This Frog's going to need a lot of hit points for the next battle that he can't run from. And he's also going to need the Ruby Vest, which is currently on Marley. Take that off her. She'll get that mist dress that we found earlier, or the mist robe that we found a little earlier. We'll find another one then for Luca. Like I said, she won't be in our party for a while. She's just hanging out the end of time with Robo. So the reason we want Frog on that Ruby Vest is because these jugglers use a fire attack, and the Ruby Vest cuts fire down by 50%. So yeah, you can run from this battle. So, you know, obviously the outlaws aren't unrunnable from neither of the jugglers. Like I said, then we can get down to this next battle here, which is 4 jugglers, and they won't let you run from it. So the jugglers are the enemies that we read that note about in the magic cave that the soldier had, that basically said like they alter their physical defense. They start with a strong physical defense, so you have to hit them with a magic attack, and that turns their magic defense on. And then you can hit them with a physical defense, and it turns their physical defense on. And then you can finish, then hit them with magic again. So you have to alternate hitting them with magic and physical attacks to defeat them. just have Chrono and Marley try to hit them with magic while they're alive. And then eventually Frog will have to finish soloing them off. But like I said, their only attack is that fire attack. And with the Ruby Vest, it is survivable. Now as magic defense is on, we'll hit him with a physical attack. And get all these messages now on my thing. Yeah, the shutdown ended, basically they just signed the bill. So now I get a lot of phone calls from work. I get a text saying, come back to work. You know, it's like way late at night here. Just healing up just to be safe. And unfortunately, I was on the wrong thing there. I hit him with physical attack when it was on physical defense, but it's okay. As you can see, pretty easy fight. Basically, 4 turns, 2 magic attacks, 2 physical attacks. Finish him off. And then we'll get another speed belt there. We'll be able to max out Chrono's speed with the Slasher and speed belt. And that other speed belt will be important for Frog. Speed is going to be very important in the Magus fight. So Ozzie's run out of minions to summon, and he runs away. Grab that speed belt. We can start equipping our characters, getting them ready for Magus. Ozzie is just, like I said, a puzzle joke boss. He puts himself in this invincible barrier. And if you attack him while he's in an invincible barrier, he counterattacks with this pretty strong magic spell. But you're thinking, well, how would I defeat him then? Well, you'll notice that there's cranks in the room that he's in, and you're allowed to target the cranks. So basically you just have to hit the 4 cranks, and eventually the last crank that you hit will create a hole that he will fall in. And that will basically allow us to access Magus. Like I said, we don't technically defeat Ozzie, because we'll see Ozzie flee and slash later on if you do a side quest toward the end of the game. Yeah, every character kind of has a little side quest. Now this room, you can avoid all the encounters by just staying off the red carpet. You stay off the red carpet and just go around the statues. You won't get an encounter. We head on up, and we run into Ozzie. So, well, he mentions about Lavos is going to come, but hopefully you're going to notice that. Luckily, we get to Magus before he's able to summon Lavos. Right as he's about to summon Lavos. So yes, he just hit the cranks. Ozzie laughs in between. They only allow you to target 1 crank at a time. So unfortunately, you're going to have to, you know, sit through all this dialogue that you get from Ozzie, basically taunting you each time you don't hit him. But like I said, it's just a puzzle boss, no preparation needed. Well, I guess the only prep you really want to do is make sure, but I did at the beginning of the episode, take Chrono off that Berserker. We want to be able to control his attacks. Especially except for the upcoming Magus fight. And now Ozzie goes down the hole. Thunk. I guess they foreshadow that he's not defeated because you don't hear a crash. So. Now the save point on the left will teleport you to where Magus is, so we're not going to hit that one. We can get these treasures. Magic Scarf is the second one, and then if we have, we want to give that to Marley, if you don't already have the one on her. Because her match is going to be very important in the next fight. So, just shift our stuff around a little bit here to get everybody the equipment they need. And like I said, we're going to prepare for Magus, one of the tougher fights in the low-level game. We get a quick save here, and next episode we'll go take on Magus. So take care, have a good one, and hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far. I was not getting much enjoyment out of those, trying to avoid those encounters in this episode. So take care, have a good one, thanks for following along. Bye!